Everybody, welcome to this session. Welcome to this closing ceremony here for Cohort X. It's wonderful to see you here. My name is Mike Supervici. I'm joined by Adeo Resi as well as Myrto Lalakos. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful experience today, just kind of honoring many of the folks who have completed the VC Lab Cohort X experience. And we're going to be featuring a lot of folks about this and giving out awards. And also you get to meet everybody in a very, very kind of social setting here at the end. But first, what we wanted to do is I wanted to turn the floor over to Adeo so that he can say a couple words of wisdom here, and then we'll get started with the award ceremony.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Myrto. Thanks, Niels. You guys did a fantastic job running Cohort X. Cohort X is just an amazing group of people. It's our largest program in history. It's the largest number of graduates. It's just they've raised the most money at this point in the program. They've just achieved incredible accomplishments over a short period of time. And I've been reading some of the posts on LinkedIn about the origin stories of the managers that, they were speaking with a friend and decided to do a career change and then, entered VC Lab and now are finishing with commitments. And it's just been amazing. And I'll be resharing those posts to my network if you're interested in seeing some of them, but they're truly amazing stories. But what I wanted to talk with you today briefly about is that everybody here, whether you're an alumni of VC Lab or not, have the opportunity to change the world for the better. And I would say more than an opportunity, right now we have an obligation, right? There's a lot of problems in the world, right? We are facing one of the most unprecedented moments in human history where we just have altered things beyond the point of no return. So at this point, we can't just settle for sustainable. We have to go further towards regenerative. And that's going to mean changing everything that we do, changing how we travel, changing how we learn, changing how we work, changing everything. And the people that are going to make that change are the venture capitalists coming out of this program. Right? They're going to fund the things that will build a brighter future for humanity. And they're going to do this in a number of ways. So first, because everybody here agrees with the Mensarius Oath, they're going to behave differently than their counterparts when dealing with founders, when dealing with LPs, when dealing with the community, because they care. And that's probably the most important thing, but there's a lot of other important things as well. In addition to that, many of the managers are focused on specialized areas. They are focused funds with a thesis on things like healthcare or diversity or anything else that makes the world a better place. And these managers are going out in the world not only with an ethical code of conduct, but also they are funding things that matter. And we're right now need more things that matter being funded to help stop the devastation that we're reaping on the planet, get to a point where we are now sustainable, and then actually reach a point where we're regenerative. So we're fixing some of the things, some of the damage that we have done to this planet, to ourselves and to society. And so I can't stress how excited I am for this cohort because, as I said at the opening, it's the largest group of people graduating and it's the most successful. And we just need more. We need more people like that who are awake, who are aware, who are trying to make a difference in the world, who are following an ethical code of conduct, really inspired and dedicated to do something important. So if you're here today and you're not one of these wonderful people that are finishing the program, I encourage you to find a way to support them. And if you're here today and you are one of the wonderful people that have finished the program, let me give you a few pieces of advice. This is the beginning of a very important journey in your career and in your life. You have the opportunity to take all of the knowledge that you've built up, all of the experience that you've built up, and apply it to make the world a better place in a way that will truly get scale. Because you're taking your experience, you're taking your knowledge, and you're taking all the things that you've built up over your whole life, and you're able to force multiply that by taking capital, giving it to people that you believe in, taking your expertise, your knowledge, and everything else, and supporting the people you believe in and helping them to really make a big difference in the world. And so that instead of it's like you going out and making your difference in the world, which many of you already have done in troves, okay? Now you can do that and have one founder in one company, another founder in another company, and so on. In many cases, 20 or more companies that you will back just in fund one, and bring your experience and bring capital and bring assistance and really help these founders make the difference that you see needs to be made in the world. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's not necessarily going to be easy, but we are here to help. Okay? Mike and I and the whole team, Mirto, Niels, and everyone else, we're about 40 people now here at VC Lab. We believe in you. All right? Really. We really believe in you. Really, really. Like, I can't stress this enough. We take our job very seriously, which is to find and support the best of the best. And I can tell you that you may think you're flawed and you may see all the issues that you see in yourself, but there's a large group of people that genuinely believe in you. And that's myself, that's Mike, that's Mirto, that's Niels, that's everyone in the company. We watch you. We've been by your side this whole journey, and we've come to know you. We've come to believe in you, and we're your biggest cheerleaders, and we're here the whole journey to support you. So don't be a stranger. If you ever need help, if you're not sure about something, you can ask, and we're never too busy to help you. We may not like reply right away because of whatever, but we are here to help. Give us a day or two. We'll get back to you. We care. We're here to support. And there's no problem too large that we can't together solve. Right? In many ways, we made the problems of the world that we're facing, right? And we can fix the problems of the world that we're facing. And we can especially fix them if we're working together. And I can tell you that this whole team is part of your whole team, okay? You can call on us when you need. If you have a tax issue, we'll get the right tax guy. If you have an accounting issue, we'll get the right accounting guy. If you have a legal issue, etc. Right? We're here to help you succeed because we collectively need to succeed right now. All right? We collectively need to succeed. And so I can say safely, I know that every alumni of VC Lab Cohort 10 is here to win. We're here to support you. We're here to win. And winning is just stopping the devastation that we've levied on the planet and fixing it so that we can have a beautiful future together. And we believe and we know that venture capital is a force for good in the world. And so we're going to help unlock that so that instead of funding things that make the world worse, we're going to fund things that make the world a whole lot better. And we're going to help you fund the things that make the world a whole lot better. So with that said, I'm so excited. You're going to get to meet many of the alumni. We're going to give away awards. I'm going to turn it back to Mike and the team to continue the program today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for the encouraging words, and I can't, second them anymore and emphasize anymore. I just can't tell you just how proud we are of everybody that's gone to this point. It's just, when you just kind of read a lot of the information that you see online about venture capital and all this other stuff, which is clearly wrong, right? I guess the case in point, this cohort here. It's just wonderful to see what happens when a really great group of smart people kind of puts their head at trying to do something impactful and meaningful. And I can't tell you just how proud we are of everybody here. We're going to go into the kind of award ceremony here, but I just want to let everybody know, look, we've graduated 62 firms. I mean, everybody here is a winner. This is one of the hardest things to do, is to raise a venture capital fund, right? And so I just want to make sure that everybody knows that everybody that finished the program, even if they didn't get an award or something, is a winner here. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass this on over to Mirto. Mirto is going to share a couple stats as well as introduce some of the first winners.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thanks, Adeo. Hi, everyone. This is Mirto from VC Lab. I help to run the accelerator here. And, a lot of what people ask us about these programs is, what's the success rate and how many people applied and how many people got in. So I want to share some of these figures with you because I'm sure they're really revealing, and I'm sure you're going to find these super, super interesting. So as Mike just said, there's 62 firms that have finished the program. So this is one of the most difficult program to finish in the space of venture capital. And just to give you an idea of what that looks like in numbers, we had 3,000 applications for Cohort X alone, and 62 firms only completed the program. So that's a 2% success rate. It's super, super challenging, not only to get in, but to complete this program. So once again, congrats to all the finalists here today. Amongst those that have completed the program, they are based in 25 different countries around the globe, which is another huge achievement for us in terms of, being able to democratize venture capital and bring it to all the underserved communities and underfunded geographies of the world. More importantly, though, I think we broke a very, very important metric to us, which is that Cohort X, amongst the firms, once again, that completed this extremely difficult program, 40% of them have at least one woman as a founder of the firm, which is, 10% more than the last record. And with that, I think it's not by coincidence if you kind of take in all of what we know about diversity and how that correlates to success. With our most diverse cohort, gender-wise, we have our most successful cohort to date. And this is in terms of how capable the managers were, how much commitments they got from the LPs, how well networked they are, how ambitious they were. And actually that 2% success rate that I just referred to at the beginning is actually the highest success rate we've seen to date. So, we're so extremely proud of you, and we can't wait to highlight a few of these incredible managers that were with us in Cohort 10.
It's so amazing. Just so amazing. Let's do it.
Perfect. So, if you've been to one of these kind of closing ceremonies before, you know the drill. We're going to hand out some awards for incredible achievement amongst our cohort members. So the first award we're going to give out is the Top Reactor Award. And taking a step back, just to give a little bit of background for this award, we run our community on Slack. And that's where a lot of the communication happens. There's thousands of people on Slack. But with every good community, there's always kind of leaders that emerge for always being there, for kind of watching what's happening, staying in the loop, starting very insightful conversations, and, kind of reacting to messages. And so we're going to start off by rewarding our top reactor of Cohort X. And this is going out to a manager that it's Idowu from Bulin Capital. And Idowu has been such a joy to work with. He's got a great sense of humor to top it off. He's always kind of messaging us and, staying on top of all of our communications. And also, Idowu, I don't know if you know this, and for everyone else who has not participated in one of our programs, one thing we do is that we split these large cohorts up into working groups so that managers can work together in their firm building activities and can ask for feedback and give feedback. And one thing that we ask of these working groups is that they rate each other on how likely they would be to invest in those managers. And Ido, you were one of the highest rated members of Cohort X amongst your working group peers. And this is an incredible achievement in and of itself. And, these are all such important attributes that make a great VC. So congratulations, Ido, you deserve this so much.
Big congratulations, Ado, from me as well. I don't know what I would have done without you. Sometimes I would see the questions go a little stale or something or whatever. I could always count on you to have a question or some sort of smart comment in the chat, and making sure that the chat was always positive during these AMAs and things like that. I could also always count on you to give me an emoji for a Slack message. So I always appreciated that from you, my man. So thank you so much for doing that. But in general, the whole community loves you. Clearly, you can just see it also in the chat and things like that. So thank you so much for everything you've done. You've definitely helped make this entire experience a positive one for everyone involved in this entire cohort. So I can't thank you enough.
Great. Thank you so much, Mike. Congratulations, Idowu. Our next award is the Community Leader Award. So as you know, a lot of the value in VC Lab and our programs comes from the community that we have created and where the managers are contributing to with their knowledge and their experience. And so much of the value comes from being around peers who are going through the same journey that you are. There's, a huge sense of solidarity within our community. However, some managers do go above and beyond in how much they kind of give to the community, both online and offline. And so without further ado, we want to give the Community Leader Award to Ron from Highland Ventures. Congratulations, Ron. Everyone, if you haven't seen the reaction button at the bottom of your screen, please use these as much as possible in lieu of putting your hands together for. So Ron, thank you so much for being, a great community leader for VC Lab. You come to all the events, online and offline. You're the one who organizes your working group meetings and is taking notes and sharing these with everyone, which is so incredibly helpful for the people with who you work with. And overall, you kind of embody that principle that if you help others around you achieve, you're going to achieve yourself. So congratulations, Ron.
Yeah, Ron, also thank you so much for the insightful questions. They've made us better. They've made Decile Base better. They've made the community better, and we really, really appreciate it. And also just, your level of humility and just willing to learn as part of this process has been just really inspiring, and it's been a joy to work with you throughout this entire experience. So thank you so much, Ron. We really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Ron. So next, we have the Most Interactive Award. And this award goes out to the managers that interact the most within the program. And for those of you who don't know, we kind of start off with these huge cohorts of 300 members. And a lot of the times it does feel like herding cats for the people on the team kind of managing these big programs. And it's always with, huge kind of delight that we always have some of these cohort members that really make sure that we know that our work is seen, our communications are being read, and it means so much to us. And in general, in the world of VC, if there's one thing we know is that when it comes to communications, more is more. So without further ado, we want to give out this Most Interactive Award to none other but Stefanos from Calcos Ventures. Congratulations, Stefanos. Great achievement. I do want to say that Stefanos, when you look into our Slack analytics, Stefanos has broken the record for the most Slack messages sent outside of the VC Lab team members, with a total of 464 messages sent throughout the program. Stefanos, well done on just staying on top of it, speaking to everyone, making the most of your Slack community. This is exactly what you want to be doing. The more you put in, the more you get out as far as VC Lab is concerned. You're extremely active in your working group, extremely engaged with us, with the program, and giving us, many frequent updates. And the work speaks for itself, and you're making great progress in building your firm. So congratulations, Stefanos.
Let me be the first to also say that probably about 100 of those probably came directly to me. So thank you, Stefanos. But I really do appreciate it. And also, you've definitely driven a lot of like the conversation in the community, right? Like you've always asked some really tough questions that I think a lot of people wanted answers to, and it really helped everybody, right? Whether it was on the AMAs, whether it was like in Slack, whether it was direct messages, whether it's sharing it with groups and things like that. So Stefanos, thanks for everything, and we're really bullish on you as a manager and bullish on your prospects for success as well. So big congratulations, Stefanos.
Nice one, Stefanos. Next up, we have the most influential award of Cohort X. A few words about this award. So, the thing with successful VCs is not only the networks that they have, but also how they engage with that network. And the most influential award goes to the managers who have a unique voice that really wins over the heads and the hearts of the people who follow them. And this award commends the managers who use this very special gift that they have to really redefine the VC landscape towards the better, which is what VC Lab is all about. So, in Cohort X, the most influential award is going to none other but Laura from One Ring Ventures. And I want to say a few things about Laura. She breaks every single norm as far from where I see it, right? And to me, at least, and I'm sure for many others, Laura is what the future of VC should look like, how it should act like, how it should think like. And, Laura really embodies a spirit of innovation and fearlessness. And she has a really refreshing approach that has really captured a huge audience. And they follow her on LinkedIn. They're super engaged. Everyone here, please go and follow Laura on LinkedIn so that you can see what I'm talking about. But just to kind of give you a sense of what I mean, Laura is not your typical VC. She's in a rock band. She has her own podcast. She makes the covers of business magazines. And every time she kind of posts about something, it's like, it's something that you wouldn't expect a VC to do. But somehow it all ties together beautifully. And of course, she's progressing really, really well with her venture capital firm. She's got an incredible background and track record. And, it's been so refreshing to work with her. So, Laura, thank you for breathing a new life into the industry that, as we all know, is in dire need of a makeover. So congratulations, Laura.
Also, I want to commend you on your work ethic as well. And also, you always just kind of like try to follow a lot of the advice as much as possible. Like I feel like you were on as many office hours as you possibly could be. Like you want to talk about taking full advantage of all the resources that were provided within this experience. Laura, you did that, and it's really great to see you kind of thrive now and succeed as a result of that. And again, super appreciate everything that you've done to help the community, but it's more importantly, it's just great to see folks like you really thrive and hopefully have a great outcome on the future of humanity. So thank you so much, Laura.
Congratulations, Laura. Next up, we have the Most Inspirational Story Award. And this award goes out to the managers who really inspire us, who we see dealing with adversity and setbacks, but they show at the same time extreme resilience in what they are trying to build. That they really kind of act as an example to all of us. So without further ado, we want to hand out the Most Inspirational Story Award to Thandeka from Digital Africa Ventures. Thandeka, congratulations. For those of you who don't know her, I'm going to give a bit of context here as well. So Thandeka is one of the most experienced members of Cohort X. So she's on to Fund 2. She's already raised and deployed a fund before. However, she's one of those people that, despite her level of expertise, keeps showing this incredible level of humility. And she's always asking questions, which really shows that she's, always wanting to learn more and always giving her kind of keeping those question marks opened, and taking that full advantage to learn and to keep growing as a manager. Throughout her journey in VC Lab, we know that she's gone through, some quite difficult challenges, really, but she persevered despite any adversity thrown her way. She stayed true to her mission and to her belief. And you guys, we do recommend that you go and check Thandeka out on LinkedIn as well. Her fund's website is live. And please go online to find out more about Digital Africa Ventures. Congratulations, Thandeka.
Yeah, congratulations, Thandeka, and also what a just like an inspiring kind of thesis, right? Just focusing on diversity, focusing on Africa and the continent, and it's this is why we do what we do, right? This is exactly right. You kind of define, embody all the reasons we do what we do, and it's just really great to see, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen with you in the future. And if you can continue on this mission, I think just the whole continent will do a lot better as a result. And just the number of startups in general that are going to be able to access capital because of folks like you, it's just like all inspiring. So thank you for what you do, and big congrats on your success so far. And we can't wait to see what's up with you next.
Congratulations, Thandeka, once again. Next up, we have the Most Memorable Thesis Award, which is a great segue to what Mike just mentioned about Thandeka's thesis. So at VC Lab, as we said earlier, for a single cohort, we can receive up to 3,000 applications for every cohort. This number keeps going up. So we do see a lot of ideas for firms that people want to build. But it does tend to get a little bit repetitive. And it's awesome when once in a while we see something that is so unique and so memorable that it sticks out from the pack of thousands and thousands of applications and theses and investment focuses. So without further ado, the most memorable thesis for Cohort X is going out to none other than Wala from Nima Ventures. Congratulations, Wala, from the bottom of my heart. You're on an incredible mission. I can't wait to see, where you take this. Unfortunately, due to general solicitation kind of rules, we can't say a lot about what Wala is building, but take our word for it. She is going to be providing capital to one of probably the least funded communities in the world. You're making great progress. And, we're so happy to be working with you, because that's what VC Lab was set up to do, is to make VC accessible around the world. And you're really championing that with your work and your determination. So for everyone here, Wala is one to watch. Make sure you're following her. You know what she's up to, because she's going to change the world. Congratulations, Wala.
Yeah, it's just so incredible to see the amount of founders that are going to get capital from you in your region, that are so underserved, and it's just wonderful to see you do this. Well, so big congratulations on all of your success so far. We are all very, 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 very bullish on your prospect in the future. And just for everybody here, well, I was also one of these folks that kind of just like, again, kind of similar like Laura, just like took everything in, did the deliverables as best as they could, kind of showed up to almost every single office hours, and really didn't take this experience for granted. And it's just really great to see, you succeed as a result of that, and really, kind of, making the most out of this experience. So looking forward to supporting you in the future, and good luck on everything. This is amazing.
Congratulations, Wala. Next up, we have the Boundary Breaker Award. This is a new award that we're giving out for VC Lab finalists. It's an award that we're starting to give out to celebrate some visionaries in the program who are defying all odds and breaking boundaries in the world of venture capital. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what we mean. So the managers that are awarded with the Boundary Breaker are all on these extraordinary journeys building venture capital funds in places or spaces or demographics that others deem it impossible, and they're staying away from it. It's for those who are venturing into these uncharted territories and who really have the courage to navigate the complexity that comes for raising funds in such places. And just to give you a few examples, these are places that are characterized by economic and financial instability, for example, extreme marginalization, or even some conflict areas around the world. So this is one of these awards. Once again, just to summarize the Boundary Breaker, one of the most important one for me, because they're really on a mission to do the impossible and what no one else is doing or dares to do. So the first winner of the Boundary Breaker Award is Sharif Nassim from Jedar Capital. Sharif, whilst we can't tell everyone what your investment thesis is, I am going to say that you're based in Egypt and you're raising a fund in Egypt, right? And for those of you who are here, most of you will know that Egypt is facing a really challenging period in its history. Egypt is seeing an unprecedented rate of inflation. The local currency is depreciating at very rapid rates as well. And we've actually worked with a lot of VCs who abandoned the dream of building a fund in Egypt due to what is happening right now. But Sharif, you have persevered, you're sticking through this, you're weathering the storm, and against all odds, you're incredibly successful in building this fund. And so we want to congratulate you from the bottom of our hearts and thank you for the courage that you're showing building a VC fund in Egypt right now. Congratulations, Sharif.
Not only that, but Sharif was also a terrific investor before this as well. Terrific angel, and his performance just speaks for itself, right? And so it's really great to see when you can kind of see like just the potential for opportunity, the potential for alpha in the region is just absolutely phenomenal. So super bullish on Sharif's prospect here.
Congratulations, Sharif. And for this award, we have a second winner. The second winner of the Boundary Breaker Award is goes out to Marina and Jesse from Endemic Venture Capital. Marina, congratulations. And Jesse, of course, I've worked with Marina for a bit longer. So I've followed your journey from the very start. Again, without being able to give away too much, out of the thousands and thousands of venture capital firms that apply to our program. This is the first one that we're seeing on the mission that they are in. Just to tell you a tiny bit, without infringing on general solicitation kind of rules, at Endemic Venture Capital, the team is backing a community who are enduring a multitude of hardships and challenges, and who have been for centuries. They're facing historical trauma, health and education disparities, economic inequalities, and many more. And Marina, in particular, who I know more than Jesse, once again, is uniquely qualified to successfully build a venture capital firm and see the communities that she is going to be serving prosper and generate unparalleled returns. Marina and Jesse, this award is to thank you guys both for your determination and your resilience, and to express an admiration for the work and the mission that you are on.
I can't agree more. When I first saw your pitch in the in just the the office hours, I was floored, right? Because usually when I go and see these office hours, I do see derivations of similar theses on a regular basis, and I would say yours was definitely one of the more unique ones. Now, it took you a while to kind of figure out kind of why you're going to win, and now you know. And so now you're going to do really, really well, in my opinion, Marina. And I'm super, super bullish on your prospects. But yeah, what an inspiring kind of opportunity here. And I really, really, really wish you nothing but success in the future.
Congratulations, Marina and Jesse. This is so well deserved. Next up, we have the Top Closer Award. So as you know, VC Lab is a closing program. So a lot of people tend to think it's a learning program where you can come and learn about venture capital. Whilst we have opened a program that can teach you about venture capital, which is called Venture Institute, and you're welcome to apply to it. We have applications open at the moment. VC Lab is not this learning program. It is a closing program, and the companies and firms that are finishing the program, so out of these 62 firms that are here with us today, they have all had to go out and actually start raising capital for their firm. One thing everyone should know about raising a venture capital fund is that if raising VC money for a startup is hard, raising money for a VC fund is probably 10 times harder. And the cohort members, they do their best. All of the ones that are here today have done amazing, but there's some that really stand out and make closing kind of seem like a walk in the park. So for the Top Closer Award of Cohort X, the winners are Mayfan and Ben from Waterpoint Lane. Congratulations both. This is probably one of the hardest awards to get. And just to tell everyone a little bit about Waterpoint Lane, Mayfan and Ben, who are the managers, they just breezed through the program, right? So they made one of the most difficult programs for emerging managers seem like a walk in the park. They got commitments left and right. They got to a first close in very, very, very kind of short amount of time. And just like most of our award winners here today, they also have a beautiful mission, and we can't wait to see their impact in the world.
Yeah, I don't know that Mayfan and Ben would agree that they breezed through this. Having had office hours with them, I know that they probably would probably slightly disagree. But I will say this: this is the first time we've given this award to a Canadian firm. Okay, it's more difficult to close in Canada. There's more process. There's a lot more going on. LPs are more conservative. Yada yada yada. This is the first time ever that we've done this. That we've seen this. Usually, it's primarily Delaware funds, right? Just because the speed and the velocity that happens with regards to Delaware funds. So this is just like a first on many factors, right? Not to mention just this kind of focus in general on all these important topics that you're focusing on. And it's just, we're really, really, again, just so excited about your prospect, about your future, and can't wait to see what happens next year. Because again, if you all succeed, I mean, just the world is going to be such a better place, such a better place. You're focusing on some of the most important problems of our time, and I can't wait to try to help you this. But everyone, give a big shout out, lots of emojis for this award. This is such an incredible achievement for us to have a Canadian firm win this award at this point. It's just unreal. Like, it's just much harder to do it in Canada than it is in the United States. So big congrats to both of you. We're super proud of you.
Congratulations, team. The next award we are giving out is, and the last kind of award that goes out on an individual kind of firm level, is the Rising Star Award. So the Rising Star Award goes out to managers that embody a little bit of all of the kind of awards that we've given out today. So they contribute positively to the community. They have an outstanding work ethic. They have a great thesis. They're really putting the pedal to the metal in terms of fundraising. And it's for these managers who are extremely well-rounded in their qualities and show a real kind of sense of professionalism as a result of that. So the first winner, and there's two, once again, winners for this award. The first winner is Iran of Save On Ventures. Congratulations, Iran. This is so extremely well deserved. You're so reliable in your work. It's truly inspirational, especially to a person like me that, has a little bit of OCD as well. You're closing really quickly. You're taking all the feedback. You're really kind of engaging with the program. But at the same time, you're so extremely humble. And it's so nice to be working with someone who is so talented, but yet just can connect with everyone on a human level. So, congratulations, Iran. This is so well deserved. I'm passing over to Mike to say a few more words because I know he's worked more with you as well.
Yeah, I mean, for everybody here, Iran's very experienced. He's had two funds before, right? And yet, despite that, right, he came into this program and just like, kind of setting everything aside for a fresh start, and really kind of took it all in and worked through end to end, and really, Iran made us better. Just like the questions, the complexity of some of the challenges of whatever, it made us better. We got better as a result of just like working with Iran, and it's just really neat to see, right? It just goes to show that even though you might be experienced, right, there's still an opportunity to thrive and do better. And this is amazing. This is also the first time we've given this award to a general partner in Israel. So amazing, super proud of that as well. And talk about an ecosystem leader in one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing ecosystem for startups in the world. It's just amazing. Very lucky to have you be part of this community. So thank you so much, Iran, for all your contributions. It's been wonderful working with you. And again, this is just the beginning. We can't wait to see what happens in the future with you as well.
Congratulations, Iran. The second winner of the Rising Star Award for Cohort X is none other but Samid from Dash VC. Congratulations, Samid. I don't even know where to begin. So you're great to work with, right? You're following the program extremely diligently. You're kind of taking our feedback and applying it to the firm. You're getting really deep with the curriculum as well. You never kind of stay surface level, which is extremely refreshing to see as well. You're not trying to cut corners. You understand the importance of detail in building your firm. And for those of you who do not know Samid, he's also relatively young compared to the managers that tend to do well on the program. We've run an analysis which is live on our website, looking at kind of the ages of the firms that are closing and that are kind of most successful. And they tend to be for an older kind of age bracket to the one Samid is on. But, for his age, he's outperformed already a lot of the most successful managers of the VC Lab community, which is an amazing achievement in and of itself. I also spoke to a colleague of mine, of ours, Johan Brunel, who's also worked with Samid a lot. And how he characterizes Samid is a closing machine. So over and kind of above all these qualities that I just went through, Samid has been extremely, extremely successful in fundraising for his firm. And when I try to break it down, here's what I've come to. I might be wrong, but I always like to kind of think about what makes these, kind of edge cases and outliers so successful. So according to me, Samid, I think you have a very, very magnetic presence. You're very quick on your feet, and you have this incredible ability to analyze large volumes of information. And kind of go into it in a lot of depth. And, I think these are some of the qualities, and I know there's a lot more that are bringing results for Dash VC that Samid is building right now and are going to make him an incredible VC going forward.
Yeah, it's been an honor to work with you, Samid. Also, thank you for pushing Desal Hub to as much as you can, and that's really made us better with regards to our tools. You've kind of just went all into the tools, right? You kind of sort of suspended disbelief. At least from my perspective, it looked like you suspended disbelief, kind of just did everything kind of as much as possible, if not try to overachieve on all the stuff. And you've done just like an incredible work, right? Also we hosted you for this AI ethics and AI panel last week. And again, incredible just knowledge in the field of AI, which is very, very important, especially these days. And Samid, I think you're going to do really, really well personally. And again, nothing but congratulations and continued success. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen here in the future as well. Samid, you're going to do really well.
Congratulations, Samid. Our final award today is actually a group award. You've heard me speaking a lot about these working groups. They are a very fundamental part of building, kind of the firms in the accelerator at those very early stages. And, it's so important to be learning from peers, forming these networks of managers who are already sharing LPs. They're sharing startup and deal flow and so much advice during the program. And so with that, we wanted to give an award to a working group here today that has really touched us in how much kind of solidarity and cooperation they've shown from day one of the program. So without further ado, the working group award for Cohort X is going to go to Working Group Purple. Congratulations, Team Purple. You've really touched us with how much kind of, good, I want to say vibes, there is between you guys. Also, when it came down to kind of reshuffling the working groups, you all reached out to me individual and you're like, please, can we stay together? Like, we really like working with each other. And you're working really well together, I had a look to see, which are the working groups that closed cumulatively the most, right? So if we look at the sum of how much commitment each firm in each in the working groups got, you actually come very, very, very close to the top, which is incredible in and of itself. And in general, kind of if we also rank the working groups on the scores, for example, that they got at the reviews, which are a big part of the program, you're always kind of at the top. So, it's overall, you guys have done so well together. And for those of you who don't know what working group, how kind of working group Purple is made up, it's all fund managers in the MENA region, building, the kind of future of the VC landscape in that part of the world. And we know that you're going to keep working together, and you're going to help each other succeed for many funds and many years to come. So congratulations, Team Purple.
Yeah, big congratulations. The groups are vital to success, right? We still have working groups that are working together now from like Cohort 3 and Cohort 4, and they still get together like once a month. And there's just a lot of value to that. These are going to be your co-investors. These are the folks that you lean on. And look, when you're a founder of a VC firm, which is what everybody here is. Everybody here is a founder of a VC firm. It can get lonely. Like obviously we try really hard to continue to foster community moving forward. But really, there's no better folks to lean on than folks that are going through the same experience as yourself during that same exact period of time, and trading notes, trading opportunities, co-investing on interesting deals, helping share in each other's success, which is basically what the future of venture capital is looking like, right? Before, venture capital was this kind of like exclusive, place, for people to invest that kind of sort of like knew each other, that looked very similar, was primarily concentrated in one place or two or three maybe. But the future of venture capital, especially in early stage venture capital, looks like this. It looks collaborative. It's diverse. It's global, right? And it's great to see this kind of manifest itself just throughout this experience, but just in general for the market as a whole. So, big congratulations to Working Group Purple, but really to all the working groups that had a great experience and are continuing to stay together. Just an incredible achievement. So thank you all for doing that. And with that being said, maybe I can just say a couple words here just to close. Okay. So as I mentioned at the top of this, webinar, is that, look, yeah, we highlighted, maybe about a dozen folks out of 62 who have finished a program, but all 62 are winners. Just think about that, right? Like over 3,000 people applied, 300 or so got in. Out of those, 62 were able to make it at the end and have a pretty good opportunity to close and build an enduring venture capital firm. And just taking a step back from that, right? Like, forget previous cohorts, forget future cohorts, forget any of that. And just think about the 62 that finish now. Each of them are going to fund, 20 or so companies. That's if they only do one fund. All of them are, aligned around the Mansarius oath of ethical investing. Everyone here has a very focused thesis that's very missionary in nature to make the world a better place. So just think about just the impact of the people that have finished this program right now, the 62, right? That's just phenomenal, right? Just phenomenal when you think that these folks are going to fund at least 20 companies. And that's if they don't do that, don't raise another fund. But everybody here has the ambition to build an enduring venture capital firm, not a fund. So they're going to raise multiple funds over their career, right? And so now the impact goes from, well, what's already something that's incredibly inspiring to exponential very, very quickly. And that is what's going to help, make the future of innovation, again, much more diverse, much more global, and much more impactful. So I want to just give a big thank you, right, for everybody that went through this program and is doing this, right? This program is just, it's just a tool set, right? It's you who are the people that are making the difference, and it's you who are here to continue to help and to power into the future. And so thank you, seriously, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you're doing, because what you're doing is incredibly important for like the future of humanity. Venture capital is the R&D center for all of global innovation in the future. And the folks that are here today are the ones that are powering the future for all of us. So thank you for doing this. And without further ado, everybody, thank you for joining us here. What we're going to do now is we're going to shift into the networking portion of this entire experience. You're going to get to meet some of the folks that are here. You're going to see a bunch of tables, kind of like you would see in a regular kind of in-person meeting with various topics. We'll be there. Our team will be here. The alumni will be here. And so we're looking forward to seeing you all on the other side. So thank you, everybody. Really appreciate you taking the time and sitting through this award ceremony with us.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.